So I was looking at some of the most recently added SCPs, and I thought I'd read this one out because it's just so good. You'll see. Or hear, I guess. SCP-3331. Object Class: Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-3331 is to be stored on a secure pedestal in the center of a containment chamber measuring at least 5 meters cubed. Instances of SCP-3331-1 are to be contained in standard humanoid containment chambers. For more information regarding 33311 Alpha and Operation Glass Ring, see subdocument 33311/12. Description: SCP-3331 is a Sesame Street branded electronic child's toy with 10 numbered buttons and a simple lenticular panel depicting a stylized phone screen. It constantly emits a series of audible tones in a range typically associated with standard telephone keytones. This occurs regardless of the presence of batteries or any other power source. Approximately once every 3 months, SCP-3331 will produce 4 notes played by a brass horn instrument, consistent with the opening section of The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia by Pete Schofield and the Canadians. An instance of SCP-3331-1 will then manifest in an open space within 2 meters of SCP-3331. Pick it up and hold a brief conversation as though it were a functional telephone. Once finished, this SCP-3331-1 instance will attempt to seek out and attack the nearest other instance of SCP-3331-1 and will become increasingly distressed and erratic in its behavior if it is prevented from doing so. There are currently 26 instances of SCP-3331-1 in containment. SCP-3331-1 is a humanoid entity with the appearance and physical characteristics of American professional wrestler John Cena. All instances suffer from status inversus, and approximately 70% display additional anomalous properties. Interviews suggest that instances possess memories that closely mirror those of John Cena at the time of manifestation, though their personalities and behavior seem to differ significantly. Table 3331-A contains examples of 3331-1's instances. John Cena was interviewed shortly after the discovery of 3331-1's anomalous properties under the guise of investigating a potential stalker, though he appeared to have no knowledge or connection to SCP-3331, he remains under observation. Recovery. SCP-3331 was recovered on 23/08/2010 when an automated internet analysis bot, I.O. Tiger, flagged potential anomalous activity. A forum post describing a kid's toy phone that keeps beeping even after the batteries are out, combined with a number of sightings of John Cena in the area when John Cena himself was confirmed to be elsewhere. Investigation revealed that the poster was a nurse at hospital, and that the object belonged to a terminally ill child who was visited by John Cena in 2007. It had been left in storage following their death. Incident Report 3331-4. On the 17th of the 11th, 2017, John Cena made contact with the agent who performed his original interview via a supplied phone number to report seeing a person who looked a lot like him outside of his home. Agents were dispatched to investigate and he was brought in for a second interview. described below. Interviewer
Agent Sonia Lee.
Interviewee John Cena. Transcript begins.
Detective Lee, good to see you again.
That's my John Cena. John Cena just has like a normal person voice, so it's kind of hard to imitate.
Anyway, Detective Lee, good to see you again.
Mr. Cena, I understand you're having trouble with a stalker.
Yeah, I saw someone sneaking around my house a couple of nights ago, and I remembered what you said last time about calling you if anything came up.
Of course. Could you describe this person?
Yeah. He looked like me. For a few seconds, I thought it was just my reflection in the window. That's weird, right?
Did he do anything?
No, I think he ran when he noticed I'd seen him.
Have you seen him around before, or anyone who looked like him?
Looks like me, you mean?
Right.
You think I'd remember seeing someone who looks exactly like me before?
And have you...
Unless you wipe my memory of it, of course.
What do you mean?
Come now, Agent Lee. We both know you wouldn't be displaying such an incredible lack of subtlety if you weren't planning on having me forget the entire thing after. What is it you call them? Yeah, amnestics. Strange name. How am I doing this? Oh, I have a great many gifts. Less than I'd like, of course, since you cut off my supply. I was content with what I had for a while, obviously. Easy to be the best John Cena when there's no other competition. Stop. Truth be told, though, I got bored. It took me longer than I'd care to admit to make the connection. You were far more subtle the first time we met. But, I eventually realized it probably wasn't a coincidence that my inferior counterparts stopped visiting at about the same time I met you. Interviewed by a cop about some stalker I'd never noticed. But, looks like our time is up. No matter, I have what I came for. See you around, Agent Lee. You won't see me, though. Heck, you can't see me.
Cena disappears from sight. Agent Lee collapses to her knees and gasps. John Cena, now classified as SCP-3331-127, was tracked briefly through the use of thermal imaging. It was seen passing directly through the walls of the facility until it left the building, at which point it appeared to vanish entirely. Approximately 7 minutes later, Site-72 reported a number of security breaches involving SCP-3331-127 and other instances of SCP-3331-1. 11 instances of 3331-1 were killed before security personnel could respond, and Instance 27 left the site through unknown means. Security footage showed it exhibiting an effect consistent with the now deceased Instance 6. No Foundation personnel were injured during this incident. Analysis of the thermal imaging footage, along with a single captured X-ray, shows a 67% chance that Instance 27 suffers from status inversus. Investigation of John Cena's home revealed a hidden basement equipped with a makeshift wrestling ring. Buried beneath the ring was a mass grave filled with the bodies of 15 other SCP-3331 instances in advanced states of decay. Each appeared to have died from extreme trauma consistent with injuries sustained during wrestling. A number of corpses continued to display evidence of anomalous properties. Due to difficulty associated with removing a personality as well known as John Cena from public knowledge, it was deemed more efficient to replace him with one of the non-anomalous SCP-3331 instances. SCP-3331-1, now classified as 3331-1-Alpha, has replaced John Cena following a regime of amnestics, memory therapy, and physical conditioning. See documentation on Operation Glass Ring for more details. The locations of Instance 27 and the original John Cena, now classified as POI 46532, remain unknown. Thank you for listening to this SCP about a Sesame Street phone that creates copies of John Cena. Real hard-hitting stuff.